Hello, I'm back to review Pokemon White. I've only gotten about 10 hours in. I'm about second or third gym badge, which isn't very much. Actually, just now that I'm thinking about it, 10 hours and I haven't even gotten 3 gym badges. I'm just curious what I've been doing with my time. I'll have to look into that later. There's black and there's white. The white one, has this black legendary Pokemon on it. I don't know anything about it. I'm very surface that way. I bought it because White had the most badass looking legendary Pokemon. Pokemon Black has a white legendary dragon on it. It's very like delicate looking and whimsical and not very badass looking at all. I just feel like maybe he belongs on like a Barbie Dragon Adventures instead of like a dragon beat the crap out of you. There's also a couple other subtle differences between the two that I've found out. Pokemon White is kind of rustic, smaller town. A couple of towns are a little bit cottagey looking, whereas Pokemon Black has a couple of really industrial, modern looking towns that are more futuristic looking. And because I loved Pokemon Red, it was my favorite one. Pallet Town. Do you remember that? So it was just kind of nostalgic for me to go this route and kind of have the smaller town feel to it. There are bigger cities in here. It's modeled after New York, but some of the options are a little bit different. There's all new cast, if you will, of Pokemon. So there's no Weedles or Rattatas or Pidgeys and any of those annoying ones that you see all the time. So at first it's refreshing, but then it kind of gets to like the repetitive stage where you keep seeing the same ones over and over. Picking your starter Pokemon was apparently a very big deal in these ones because it determines the rest of the game. And I know that it always does, but apparently it's a little bit more strategic this time around. Also, it's more mathematical almost, where you have to calculate TMs and HMs and all that kind of stuff, and like defense and attack, and kind of like Warcraft, I think, where every Pokemon has like a different strat level. So I also saw a little bit of joking online about how hard it is to pick a starting Pokemon, and I thought, like, how hard could it be? It's pretty hard. I didn't play for about a week, so I had about a week to kind of mull over what one I would pick. And I've always picked water, but I heard that in black and white, water's probably not the best one to pick. So the first one is the grass one, and it's Snivy, that's his name. He looks just like he's up to something. Like his face looks like he's hiding something from you, or he could possibly choke you when you're sleeping. You can't trust his face. It just looks like he thinks he's better than you or something, and I just wasn't about that. He evolves into like a huge snake, which sounds cool, but it's not. He looks kind of lame. And I thought, there's no possible way that this snake could kill anything. Because it doesn't have arms or legs. All it has is a snake body. It doesn't even have a big mouth to compensate for the fact that it has no arms. It just looks like a snake. And I thought, if I put that snake up against something like Blastoise, Blastoise probably kick your ass. So I thought I was going to do that. So I was going to go for the water one, Oshawott. It was super cute. It was like an otter. And then I decided that the fire pig, was probably the best one to go. It's the only starter Pokemon that evolves into 2 elements. So it's fire and fighting. Which, if you pick T-Pig, you probably will own I'd say the first 4 gyms, at least 3 gyms, so you can just kind of blast your way through. I didn't like the way it looked. It looked like a man. Like, it was pretty scary looking, and not in like a cool way, but like a weird way. Like, he stood on 2 feet and like had arms, and he stood like a man, and just looked like a pig man. I went with the one that would win, which was Too Big.